Welcome to the Mike Brey Radio Show. The Mike Brey Radio Show, presented by the experts at TireRack.com, and also brought to you by Vivid Seats, First Source Bank, St. Joseph Health System, West Bend Insurance, Nissan, South Bend Orthopedics, IBEW Nika, and Papa John's. Also sponsoring tonight's show, LaGrange Country Dodge, Four Winds South Bend, Gulfstream Coach, and Troyer Carpets. Now, let's go live to O'Rourke's Public House for the Mike Brey Radio Show with your host, Jack Nolan.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to O'Rourke's Public House for the Mike Brey Radio Show. Got a huge crowd here tonight. They're all here for the Coach Brey Show. I think we've got a bunch. Do we have a bunch of MBA students here tonight? Is that what this gathering is?
Yeah. All right.
Good for you. It means this is all great. Bunch of rich people who can come back and contribute to the university later on after they go out and make their millions. Coach?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get them. We're going to get them for money. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Welcome. Good practice today.
Yeah,
I know. Really tough week for your team. You played really well. You shocked a lot of people, and you almost shocked the world, almost beating Virginia at Virginia on Saturday. And then, actually, the Wake Forest game, it was pretty good till the final 4 or 5 minutes when you stopped scoring and you ended up losing. It was a battle of the two worst shooting teams in the league, and you came out and scored 30 points in the first 5.5 minutes between the two teams.
Both teams got out of the gate. The thing that was disappointing for us, I think, on Tuesday was last week we felt we took 2 steps forward. And it's been hard for us to get to 3 steps forward with this group as we're growing them. We beat Georgia Tech. We play really well against a great Virginia team. And you really want to come home and take that 3rd step. And, we couldn't get over the hump. We had some good looks that we couldn't finish. We missed a couple free throws. Wake made some big plays. So, it was disappointing. And for us, what's coming at us now on Saturday and Monday are, the ACC, the top of the league, coming at us with Virginia Tech and then down in Tallahassee. So, see if we – one of the things I talked to our guys about was, we've not beaten a team in the upper division. We've got a bunch of them on the schedule coming down. And, it would be neat for our young group to feel good about beating an NCAA tournament caliber team. Certainly Saturday is an opportunity of that.
Because you had been playing so well, and this is a really young team, and really for the first time in a while, there was an atmosphere around the team, and the players too. It's kind of like, that's Wake Forest. We're going to beat them. Do you think that was kind of part of it, almost not knowing that you have to come out with the same intensity you come out with against Virginia, even against the team that you thought you were better than, and you probably are. Mr. Childress had something to say about that because he had a great game for Wake Forest. Just not understanding yet the level in this league that you have to come out with every night.
I don't think we would take anybody lightly because
I'm talking subconsciously.
Subconsciously, you maybe with some of our young guys, it was the first time. Again, I'm impressed with Wake Forest's personnel and the athletic ability.
They're young too. 3 of their top 5 scorers are freshmen,
and they really get up on the backboard. Maybe a little bit subconsciously. I think we know. We played, Boston College is not at the top of the league, and we had 2 dogfights with them, and we respected them, and we were thrilled when we beat them. And the same with Georgia Tech. But, that was disappointing. We felt if we got that, it was like a 3 steps forward. I don't know if we've really been able to take 3 steps forward in practices, and I don't mean that to be. It's just kind of who we are. We'll have 2 good days and then an average day, or we'll have one, and that's a little bit of what we're dealing with here. And trying to get consistency is a challenge with this group, and we continue to work on it every day.
And it's fun. You have a really good staff who speak their mind. One of them's Harold Swanigan, who never sugarcoats anything. And I sat with him at practice, and I said, I haven't picked your brain for a while. What do you think? He says, man, we are just inches away. And again, you kind of broke your model this year for a variety of reasons. You had the opportunity to bring in such a great young class, so you went young. I don't think you have ever been young in all the years in terms of team-wise that you've been here. And you look at that, really, it comes down to just kind of missing open shots and consistency. Those are things that young players do. But when you look at how you've performed, with a few exceptions, you've been really competitive. I mean, the Carolina team, and obviously we'll talk about Zion briefly later, but they went out and blitzed Duke last night, played really well.
Yeah.
You took them down to a wire at their place. You're really, really close, but getting over that plateau right now is really, really hard, and maybe consistently too much to expect in the next month.
It's the one last big hurdle for us is a huge one. There's no question about it, and you're not as confident, or when you haven't won as much, and so you need a little help with that, and sometimes you need a little help from the other team to help you get over the hump. And in our league, not many people help you. You're playing against the best. This is the best league in the country, and so you've got a great opportunity on Saturday. A team that we competed pretty well with back on New Year's Day down in Blacksburg, but they're older. They've got men, and they're going to come after us. And but we're committed to the youth movement. They're going to play. We're going to get them experience. We're going to live and die with them. We have lived and died with them, and it's all part of getting them better and getting them older. And you'd love to see a better rhythm before this season ends.
And it's unusual. And again, winning every game has always been the goal. That's never changed. But you've really never been in a situation, even decisions that you would make, the way teams would react. There's usually a couple guys on the team that know this is it for us. So, I mean, you get that natural motivation that there is no tomorrow.
Right.
But everybody on the team knows there is a tomorrow. There's a full season of tomorrow. So as you head down the stretch, I know you've told the team this, you told me this, you may even stick with some of the younger guys in these next, you got 6 guaranteed games with the tournament, because they need to be on the floor. They need to experience this. And you said 2 games. Your next 3 games are against ranked teams. So it's not easy.
Yeah. No, and we're committed to getting the young guys better. We're committed to playing them more. We're committed to growing them. And I think there's nights they're going to be really competitive, and there's nights they could pull one really off, a magical night. And there's still nights where they're going to be treated like the JV, which is just part of the process with this. And, it's a rotation that we happen to be in for the first time in my 19th season, but we love our young guys. But it's, they need a summer of strength training. They need a lot of that stuff. That's all part. We get 4-year guys, 5-year guys. We don't get one and dones. They're guys that are going to be here with us and grow with us. And that's, we're patient with them. We're teaching them. They work. And that's really the youth with our group. And but again, you still have Johnny Mooney comes back. Johnny Mooney will come back as a first team all-league preseason candidate and all-American candidate. Rex Pfluger comes back. So we'll grow some, but the summer will be important for us, and the stretch run is important for us here because of who we're playing and who we're playing.
And our guest tonight, who we're going to talk about more in his segment, J Gibbs, who is now playing the best basketball of the season. I think arguably probably of his career because of the responsibilities and the adjustments that he had to make because of a transfer of a captain earlier this year, and then Rex goes down. He was the leader. You made Mooney a captain, but Mooney wasn't ready to be a leader at that time yet, so he's playing really, really well. And I also want to talk about Prentice Hub, who, and I want to bring him up for 2 reasons. He's playing so well. 9 assists career high the other night. He's helping TJ, and he got some heat from the fans because he tried to take over the game at the end of the game, and he wasn't successful. He did do it against BC, and he led you to a victory. Talk about his development.
Yeah, I mean, for him, he's unafraid, and we need somebody to go make plays. That is where we're still searching on the offensive end. And he made a couple and tried to make a couple the other night that didn't work out, but somebody's got to do it, and he's got the skill set to do it. He's still a little young to do it consistently, even though he's done it a few nights where, if we don't have him, we don't win, and we're not in the game. And he's completely taken over running our team and our voice and running stuff and handling the ball. And, you can't ask much more of him in that he wants it and he's unafraid. And some of the plays he made were really aggressive plays, but, they were downhill going for it mistakes. They weren't, afraid to, he was trying to make something happen. He's the one guy that can, none of our other guards are really doing that right now. And so somebody's got to kind of go do that, and it's kind of fallen on his shoulders.
Let me think if you think this is an apt comparison, but I was driving home after the Wake Forest game, and I'm thinking, Jaron Grant. Jaron had the luxury of a redshirt year, but during his first 2.5 years, he shot you out of as many games as he shot you into with that same kind of aggressiveness as he grew. Hub didn't have the advantage of a redshirt year, and he's coming back from an ACL. I see a similarity there, but if Jaron wasn't able to grow that way, I don't know if you win the ACC championship.
Jaron was very similar. It was a learning curve with him. And, for Prentice to have a summer to get even stronger, even though he has put some weight on, the key is he really can see the floor. He's in the top 5 or 6 in assist to turnover. He finds people. He will become a better shooter over time. He'll become a stronger finisher as he gets older. But he's not afraid to have the ball, and he's not afraid to make a play. He's got active hands on defense, and I just love coaching him. He's got personality. He's he doesn't lose his confidence. He has not lost his. Our other young guys have gone in and out of wondering. Prentice has never wondered if he belonged, and that right there is about 75% of it.
We've got a packed show, folks. We have lots of questions for Coach Brey. We'll get to those. We have another special guest coming up in a couple of segments, Rick Peltz, the guy that basically runs annual Coaches versus Cancer golf tournament. We're going to talk about the events coming up this summer, and then we'll have TJ up here. You'll enjoy, those of you who haven't met him yet, talking with TJ. He'll run the fast break as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We need to pay some bills as well. So it's time for our first time out, the Mike Brey Radio Show, presented by our friends at TireRack.com.
There are countless not very smart things you can do in your car. Painting your body green in support of Notre Dame basketball while driving. Painting your friend's body. Pretty much any kind of body painting while driving. But with TireRack.com, it's easy to be smart about your tires. Use our test results and consumer reviews to find the best tire for your car. Use our comparison tools to choose the right tires for you. Then have them shipped and installed fast. TireRack.com, official tire experts of Notre Dame basketball.
Join the gang at O'Rourke's Public House, located in Eddy Street Commons, directly across the street from the Notre Dame campus. With over 24 beers on draft and an extensive selection of menu items, they're sure you'll find something to your liking. Experience dining in one of the 5 different Irish-themed areas overlooking Notre Dame's beautiful campus. Whether you're catching up with an old friend, meeting or enjoying dinner with your family, O'Rourke's is the place to be. Visit them online at o'rourkespublichouse.com. Cheers to the Irish from O'Rourke's, the official home of the Mike Brey Radio Show.
Fighting Irish fans, don't miss your chance to experience the action live with tickets from Vivid Seats, the official ticket marketplace of the Fighting Irish. Visit vividseats.com/UND today to buy and sell tickets to any event. Home games, on the road, even sold out games, no problem. And every transaction is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee. Vivid Seats lets you see more and sit closer all season long. Support the Fighting Irish with tickets from the official ticket marketplace, Vivid Seats. Available now at vividseats.com/UND.
Life doesn't come with a financial roadmap. It does come with a lot of bumps and red lights. Steering clear of those doesn't have to be difficult. With First Source Bank's online money management tools, you can see all your financial accounts, balances, and transactions in one place. So you can easily set monthly budgets to help manage expenses and debt. Get the green light to a successful financial future with First Source's money management tools. First Source Bank, where better is better. Member FDIC.
At St. Joseph Health System, every hand held, every story told, every tear shed, smile shared, and spirit lifted stays in our hearts forever. We're blessed because every day we get to make a difference in people's lives. To learn more, visit sjmed.com. St. Joseph Health System. We are called to care for you.
Lots of questions for Coach Brey. We're going to begin with Andrew Irving of McLean, Virginia. Is there a place called, is it Funland in Rehoboth Beach?
There's a good, yeah.
Is it called Funland? I can't read it.
Yeah, Funland is.
Do you play the horse jockey game or the gopher game at Funland?
The whack-a-mole game? I played the whack-a-mole game with my children. They all grew up at Funland. Now they're old, and now, I take my grandchildren to Funland every 4th of July.
Really?
I take my 3-year-old daughter there. So I'm on the second generation of Rehoboth and Funland, and there's a couple good restaurants and bars there too, I hear.
I was wondering if Funland was a bar, but okay.
No, that's like an amusement park on the boardwalk.
I got to get down. I've heard so much about Rehoboth.
A couple blocks in, there's some Funland too, off the beach.
Dan Rahm is here from Singapore. Who is the best player you've ever coached?
Wow.
That's like, who's your favorite
Yeah,
child?
gosh, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. When I was an assistant at Duke, I was around Grant Hill, and he was just an amazingly gifted player. And then I had the opportunity for 1 year of coaching Troy Murphy here before he left, and what a gifted young man he was, just naturally gifted.
Bunch of conference coach of the years, players of the years that you coached.
Herringody was a great story. Ben Hansborough was a great story. Those guys, Herringody, Hansborough.
I think Connaughton's the best leader I've been around.
But Mooney's the latest of the guys. We feel guys get better at our place, and we're thrilled with how Johnny's playing, and we just feel we have some young guys that are going to make those jumps. And I'd like to see them make the jump Saturday, but they're going to make the jump eventually.
2 guys shooting around at practice today named Carmody and Pfluger.
Yeah.
They could have made a big difference, and they will.
Yeah, we definitely miss Rex. There's no question. And I'm just so glad that he didn't play too many games, that we lost the year, and he'll come back and get an MBA and lead. And, the little tough things that Rex Pfluger did, we miss.
When you're talking about Hub, Carmody started before Hub. Carmody, coach's son.
Yeah, tough kid.
Had a bigger body, very physical. Confident. You started him.
We started
the
first 2 games, yeah. So, a fighter, so.
It is what it is, but it's not like.
will get healthy, and, we'll have Carmody in June. We'll have Pfluger in, I bet Pfluger will be back in October. So it's a big off season for our program.
Sean Gargas from Warsaw. Coach, do you have any rituals you do before a game?
I do kind of, walk in the same way, and I hang my sport coat on the same hook in the locker room when I come in. Yeah, there's some real quirky things over 19 years. I stop at Starbucks and get the same order on the way into the game that I've gotten for 19 years, my iced tea. So, yeah, we're all coaches, there's always, and then when in a year like this, you're trying to change the karma every time, to get, when you're on a win streak, you never touch the karma. They're the routine. But when you're trying to find a win streak, I'm driving in this way tonight. I'm parking this way tonight. Yeah, you try everything.
Saturday in Charlottesville, I talked to you after team meal, as I always do, the breakfast, and you had a good growing beard there. Then you walked out on the floor and it was gone. Was that trying to change the karma too?
Yeah, I'm trying everything, man. If we could get, I go back and forth. If we could get on a run with a beard, I'll keep it. If we get on a run clean shaven, I'll keep it. I'm trying anything.
County Owsley's here always from Bourbon. Seasons long and grueling, especially in the ACC. Has fatigue set in for the freshmen?
Well, I do think our freshmen, just from talking to them the last couple of days, it's been a long season, and in a lot of ways it started back in June when they came to summer school and the foreign tour. And that's the biggest thing for young guys, understanding the length of it and then the intensity of it. Again, I think Apprentice Hub has adjusted to it pretty darn good. And I think our other young guys are, in and out of it. But they continue to work, and, you can never underestimate the intensity and energy used during the day academically. Sometimes I get my guys at 3:45. A couple of them are a little worn out because of what they had to do on campus, because it's the real deal, and that's what we all signed up for.
They don't back off here, and I'm not going to name any names, but I've learned more and more, even some of the top programs where their players actually take classes at other institutions or online classes. Bottom line is
a lot of online stuff around. Yeah,
that's not happening here. That includes teams in the ACC.
No, our guys are. We came back from a game. And I'm really a stickler on class attendance. Like, I don't want guys missing class. And we got back at 3 a.m. at a game, and Chris Stevens, former player, Hawk Stevens, teaches a business class, and all 3 of my guys were there at 8 a.m. And those are the kind of emails I love getting emails congratulate me on a win, believe it. But I love getting emails like, Coach, just want you to know your guys were all there on time. I know you got in at 3 in the morning. We're attentive, and I follow like that, fellas. That's part of the deal here. So. Sometimes that can be exhausting, over time, but, their habits are good.
Austin Gall is here. He usually comes to your shows from Wakarusa. Coach, when moving the ball on offense, we score more points. How do we get the offense to move the ball around instead of standing around?
Yeah, we've gone in and out of good movement and not so good a movement. When we make 4, 5, 6 passes and keep it moving, it's helped us. One of the things we've done really the last 2 games, it's helped us a little bit, is screen off the ball more early in the possession and try and get some curling action down on the baseline instead of having the floor so open early. But I think you're still searching for who could be a third scorer, who could be a fourth scorer for us. And it's a little late to be searching for that, but we still are.
Dave Gargas is also here from Warsaw. Coach, during the game, what triggers you to take off your sport coat?
Well, sometimes it's just warm in there, and I need to cool off a little bit, But I think it's more, what it is? It's either warm and it's comfortable having it off. I don't have it on much as soon as I go in the locker room, and maybe I should have taken it off the other night because talk about routines. Against Georgia Tech, I had it off, so maybe I should have had it off again.
But against Tech, you took it off before the game began.
Yeah, I even started with it off in my sleeves.
Wouldn't you like to coach this way?
Yeah, we should coach this way. In the football sideline apparel is how we should coach. Maybe I can start a movement before I retire one night where we all do it and it catches on.
Michelle Ousley's here from Bourbon as well. Coach, how do you keep your players motivated to finish the season strong?
Yeah, I think the kind of kids we get here, they are competitors and they want to win and they're going to keep battling. We know we play a bunch of ranked teams coming at us, but they're going to fight. That's who they are. That's who they've been, and I've been really proud of them. They haven't been rewarded a lot of times and can't finish the fight, but they're going to continue to do that, and that's what we got to ask of them, and I think they'll do that.
David's here. Coach, why can Notre Dame not get a big physical center? Seems like all ACC teams have one. Your big guy's playing pretty well.
Yeah. Johnny Mooney is, and Jawan's a different body type, but he's not physical. He's more, I think he'll become more physical in time. But, Mooney gives us some physique right there and is really having a great year. We feel Jawan will get stronger. We have 2 more seasons with him. He's never going to be a bruiser, but we feel he can get even stronger.
If I remember correctly, Mooney's on track to become your 3rd straight big guy to lead the ACC in rebounding.
Yeah, he's been
August, Bonzi, and now
3
Mooney.
in a row. I know, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Those guys have. Yeah, Johnny's a great story. He's a guy who bided his time, so to speak. Freshman, sophomore year, there were signs, But I think we said it on this show. He wasn't great in the Bahamas. He didn't show anywhere near this in the Bahamas.
And he didn't show this at all last year. He was a stretch 4, basically.
Yeah, and so, now he could always rebound, and right now he's a very confident young man, and there's a great toughness about him, and he's a great story, really.
Jerry List would like to know, Coach, what is your policy on a blown shoe?
Well, you do. I guess we do know Under Armour and Adidas were really celebrating today.
This morning,
right?
they were really happy.
With a Nike shoe blown out. We have had shoes, tear a little bit. I've never seen that. But consider the physique that went, consider the power that guy is just a different cat. And he's been great for college basketball. Zion Williamson's been great because he's had people watching TV and watching the regular season.
And apparently a great kid.
He's been a great kid. It would be a shame if he didn't play in the NCAA tournament because he has been the most marketable thing in college basketball this year.
Back when Coach McLeod was here and Notre Dame switched to Adidas, when Adidas first got into the basketball shoe market in the 90s, there were numerous, they call it a jump stock when you're moving forward and you stop, where the Irish were coming out of the front of the shoe.
Coming right through.
But I've never seen a shoe be destroyed like that.
No, never.
And part of it's the physical athlete who's wearing it.
I just think the force of the dude wearing that had a lot to do with that thing. There may only be one other guy that could generate that force, and it may be LeBron James. And he's got better shoes, I guess.
Well, it came out late tonight. The official diagnosis is a grade 1 knee sprain.
MCL?
No, they said sprained knee.
Sprained knee.
Sprained knee. They didn't get specific.
Right. It looked like because of how he went down the inside of the knee, and those take a little time. Those, and I know the debate about.
Yeah, everybody in the country is giving him advice right now. If you were coaching him, not to put you on the spot, but you're pretty consistent. I think I know the answer. What would you tell him to do?
Well, I would counsel him just like I did Bonzie Colson. I wasn't so sure I wanted Bonzie Colson coming back last year. Now, Bonzie Colson wasn't going to be the first pick, but he was going to be in a dogfight to be drafted. And he, You
told me in some breaks during the show, Bonzie wants to come back, and I'm not sure I'm going to let him.
I didn't know if I wanted him back, and him and his family really wanted to come back, and he's a great kid and a team guy, and, our luck, he breaks the darn thing again, and of course he's healthy now and playing great with the G League team. So, I mean, you got to just, you've got to give the out to the kid and the family to do what you think is best. There shouldn't be any pressure. But I'm sure a kid like that wants to play. He loves his teammates and would love to come back and play in the NCAA tournament. He's only going to play in it one time, but there's 5 years ago, I would say you got to come back and play. The way this thing is set up now, and the lifetime kind of money contracts that young man could sign in just a month and take care of his family the rest of his life. I'd understand if he said, I'm done.
I kind of think a certain shoe company will probably write him whatever check he wants right now.
Yeah, I'd say Adidas probably has the inside track again now, right?
I bet Nike might come up with whatever you want. Just keep wearing our shoes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Philip Coyne's here all the way from London. Nick Jogo did not take a single shot in 21 minutes last game. How do you enhance the confidence in this team to take that next step?
Yeah, well, he's got to shoot open shots. I'm not saying he had a bunch of them, but he is a guy that had 21 at Boston College and took open shots, and he does know that he's in there to help us move the ball. Like, he's good at cutting and moving, but when he has an open look, he's got to take it, and I talked to him about that the other day. He can't turn down open looks.
Alex Toth here, senior from Mishawaka, Indiana. What are some of the goals you have for the rest of the season?
Well, I mean, for us, we talked about trying to get a win over an upper division team, and we got 3 in a row. Let's see if we can, do that and play well against one of those teams and get one. Because if you get one of those, then you feel a little different confidence-wise. It can change overnight. I've seen it happen. We were, Heron Godey's junior year, when he got hurt,
and you went on that stretch.
We were 6-8.
That's when you
invented
the burn.
We went burn, and we won 4 in a row. We went 10-8, and we snuck in the back door to NCAA. Just crazy stuff can happen, so you just keep playing. But as I mentioned earlier, we got to get our young guys minutes, and we're going to play them, and we got to bite the bullet a little bit, even if they're not playing as well.
Rick Peltz, the man who runs Mike Brey's Coaches vs. Cancer Golf Tournament, will join us right after this timeout. The Mike Brey Radio Show, presented by our good friends at TireRack.com.
Gulfstream Coach is looking for experienced people for the electrical and slide-outs departments, and will interview candidates on-site immediately from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. They offer steady production schedules at higher than industry pay rates. Gulfstream Coach is a family-owned business and offers amazing health insurance, attendance bonuses, and paid vacation time. Come see them today at 717 South Oakland Avenue in Napanee, or visit GulfstreamCoach.com.
Troyer Carpets, your family-owned local flooring retailer, is the proud partner of Shaw Floors, the industry leader in flooring products for more than 40 years. Troyer Carpets offers exceptional carpets, hardwood, laminate, tile, stone, waterproof vinyl products, and more. Check them out at TroyerCarpets.com and call for a free estimate today. Don't forget to visit their state-of-the-art showroom and 10,000 square foot warehouse in Goshen, filled with in-stock deals that you simply do not want to miss. Go blue and gold.
Golick and Wingo.
Coming up on Friday, we're into the stretch run of the NBA season. If the NBA MVP was Giannis or Paul George against the field, who are you taking? Plus, with the injuries plaguing the East, is there a surprise contender in the mix?
Golick and Wingo, weekday mornings on 96.1 WSBT, the home of Notre Dame football, Notre Dame basketball, the South Bend Cubs, and the Indianapolis Colts. This is 96.1 WSBT.
Go Irish! LaGrange Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram will sell all new vehicles at employee pricing plus the national ranking of the Irish. That's right. Pay only $5 over the employee pricing and you can drive a new car off the lot. LaGrange Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 45 minutes east of South Bend at exit 121 on the toll road. Drive a little and save a lot. Check them out online at LaGrangeCountryDodge.com. That's LaGrangeCountryDodge.com. And go Irish! Hey Irish fans, tune in as the Notre Dame hockey team defends their Big Ten regular season and tournament titles with an eye on their third consecutive trip to the Frozen Four.
Graham about 20 feet from the goal, they got a piece of it. Graham has it again, one-timer, he scores!
That's Notre Dame hockey, heard only on our sister station Z94.3. Notre Dame hockey is brought to you by Kurt Outdoor Living, Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, Hearth and Home, the Food Bank of Northern Indiana, Leck Leitner Door, and Edward Jones.
We are back at the Mike Brey Radio Show live from O'Rourke's Public House, presented by TireRack.com. Rick Peltz has just insisted this is not about him, but this is the gentleman who has been running Coach's golf outing, and it's been a wonderful weekend. It's always started with a Night of the Stars, which has been at someone's house. You've had a lot of generous people who would host it. You've had an auction then, so it's Friday, then the auction on Sunday, then the golf outing on Monday, which everybody loves because you get more gear. When I'm signed to something else, I'm almost in tears because I can't get all the great gear. Rick, we're going to make some changes this year. What are they?
We are. So we're condensing Night of the Stars with our golf outing. So Night of the Stars is going to be at the Joyce Center this year. It's a Monday night. We're calling it the Celebration of Hope with Coach Mike Brey. And the Celebration of Hope is going to consist of Night of the Stars and the golf outing the next day. So we're going to have a dinner in the Joyce Center. We'll have the 4 honorees that you normally honor. We'll have some speakers. Coach Brey will speak. We'll be selling some tables for dinner, and then Tuesday is the golf outing.
And it's a terrific evening, and this is going to be. It's been kind of a more relaxed and intimate Night of the Stars, and I've been honored to be the MC for a number of the years. Some of the people you've brought in for that and have honored at that. Their stories bring you to tears.
Yeah, it's really powerful. And, Rick has done an amazing job kind of, re-energizing and reorganizing for us to be efficient. We've condensed it, but our goal is still to raise a heck of a lot of money, and we have been doing that. This community is amazing how it rallies. Rick, talk about a little bit about our golf tournament and where it stacks up nationally with cancer events.
Hot off the press, just got this today. For the distinguished events for American Cancer Society across the country, this event ranks number 12, and it's the only Coaches versus Cancer event
which is
in
amazing.
The top 20, I believe. There's other golf events in other cities, but if you look at some of these cities, San Diego, Chicago, Atlanta, and then you have South Bend down here is number 12. So it's pretty amazing, and it just tells you how supportive this community is.
This community has been unbelievable for 18 years. They have, and what's neat. I always, as long as you've been here, when I'm out in public, as many people that will come up and ask, "Hey, tell me about Johnny Mooney," or "How's recruiting?" Just as many people say, "Hey, Coach, Coaches versus Cancer. I'm glad you do that because I'm a survivor, or my mom," and we've all been touched with it by it some way, shape, or form. And we've raised over $3 million in our community. It's great. When we started the Coaches versus Cancer program, Harper here was not didn't exist. The neat thing now is, with the money we raise, most of it stays in the community. We've got, I think, 4 grants. We've got 4 grants over there that we have funded to try and beat this darn disease. So there's really some cool stuff going on. It's a neat time of year in August. My guys are gone. We've gone through summer school. School's not starting yet. Football's just cranking up, and it's neat to see our group come out, because we do have a lot of returnees, a lot of regulars, But Rick's been amazing with it, and Night of the Stars, as you said, is powerful with the different people that help people beat this disease. It's amazing, and you've been our MC, and you've been amazing.
Least I can do. Well, you may see Rick on the sidelines because he's a huge Notre Dame fan. Went to Adams High School. He sits there because he pays for the seats. You would give him to him, but he pays for the seats as well. He actually treated Coach Kelly to the game the other night.
Right.
But the fascinating thing.
And
Stanley. Stanley from The Office. But I asked you once, I don't know, why are you such a huge fan, not just growing up here, but you grew up next door to Era Parsegian.
I did. Was very fortunate that when I was a young kid growing up next to Coach Parsegian, he was really, really good to me. He would play catch with me in the driveway. I used to play basketball with Joe Theismann and Tom Gatewood in my driveway. They were cool. But I've been going to basketball games since 1968, and I've seen every number 1 team in person go down in that arena. So if I was 5 years old, I'm dating myself, but I'm a big basketball guy too.
Give us the web addresses, the dates, and what people need to do to take part.
And just one quick point to your point, 75% of the money we raise stays right here in Michigan, which is a huge thing.
Unusual.
It is unusual. I mean, usually on these events, a lot of it goes to overhead and goes somewhere else, but 75%. And I think I was talking to the people at the Cancer Society, and they said that they have transportation to take ladies to get mammograms when they didn't used to have that anymore, and that's a direct result of this event, plus all the things at Harper. And, of course, couldn't do it without our sponsors. Four Winds Casino has been our major sponsor for, 6 or 7 years. They're back on board this year. So, the community is amazing. The websites are cvcnightofthestars.org. That's for the Night of the Stars. ndgolfclassic.org is for our golf outing. Either site's going to get you to all the information. We actually already have 21 teams signed up for golf, which is amazing.
People come back.
Yes,
I tell you, it's
amazing.
fun, and you get almost as much back in gear as you pay to play in the tournament. That's a terrific thing.
Well, it's kind of got the reputation where you get the most stuff at our tournament, right? And
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, obviously Four Winds is unbelievable, you said, but Blackthorn, is a great track, and they have been great with us out there. Tim Firestone, he's been great. So, but yeah, guys walk out of there and go, Coach, man, the stuff we got, we love it, and that's part of the deal. But it's a great cause. It's a fun day. We knock on wood. We've had great weather. Yeah. We have been. Last year we walked off the course and the downpour came. Remember,
Correct.
It was unbelievable.
Correct.
30 minutes, not even that, 15 minutes, and the heavens opened up. And Rick, I can't thank you enough for him kind of re-energizing the program, and it's a good thing because someday, as the statistics say, with cancer, kind of starting to win the game a little bit in some areas. Like we're starting to beat it, so now's the time to keep pressure on.
People are living a lot longer with it, that's for sure.
Yeah. And in a lot of ways, it really strikes close to home for us with Rebecca Pfluger's situation, and Rex's mom and being diagnosed with the brain cancer. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of almost in her name this year that we do it.
Outstanding. Rick, thank you so very much.
Thanks for having me.
Rex was going to be here tonight, but he had another engagement. But TJ Gibbs is here. He comes up right now after this timeout. The Mike Brey Radio Show, live from O'Rourke's Public House.
Many things can contribute to a bad day. And sometimes the planets seem to align, and all of those things happen at once, or at the very least in rapid succession. Then you get your worst day. But if you have a West Bend insurance policy covering the important things in your life, your worst day doesn't have to end up so bad after all, because the worst brings out our best. West Bend. To find out more, go to thesilverlining.com.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Road for the win. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
There's no doubt education costs have become overwhelming and continue to spike. Unless you choose to earn while you learn as an apprentice with the electrical workers of Local 153. Instead of spending $20,000 a year, often leaving school with a debt, you'll earn an annual package worth over $70,000 while you earn your associate's degree and the skills to be an IBEW electrician. Contact the South Bend Electrical Apprentice Training Center at JATC153.com and compare.
The two most recognized names in orthopedic and sports medicine have teamed up to form Ascendant Orthopedic Alliance. South Bend Orthopedics and OSMC are now Ascendant Orthopedic Alliance, offering patients access to more than 40 physicians in 7 state-of-the-art locations with no referral required. As one entity, they will collaborate with a broader group, sharing experiences and ideas so you'll receive the best care possible. Although Ascendant Orthopedic Alliance is a new name, they're still committed to the community they've served for over 70 years. For more information, visit ascendantortho.org.
If your superpower is making pizza disappear, then you've got to try Papa John's new Italian Hero Pizza. Featuring a creamy Italian sauce covered with epic portions of pepperoni, salami, Roma tomatoes, onions, banana peppers, and topped with 4 delicious cheeses. It's like an Italian Hero sandwich on a pizza. Get a large Italian Hero Pizza for just $10. Download the app or order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee extra.
We are back. Mike Brey Radio Show at O'Rourke's. Please welcome Notre Dame captain J Gibbs. TJ is playing the best basketball of the season. I'll let you decide if you think it's the best basketball of your career. I think it is because you're carrying all this responsibility now. But he scored 60 points the last 3 games. He had a season-high 23 the other night against Wake Forest. Double figures 5 of the last 6 games, and you're shooting the lights out. 54% of your shots, 46% from 3 the last 2 games, and I know that makes you happy because you were really beating yourself up because the ball wasn't going in the basket.
Yes.
What made the difference for you right now?
I think just talking, me and Coach talk a lot, and we got in the gym a couple of times and just letting him rebound for me and watch the ball go in a couple of times a day and just calm down for the game. And he tells me all the time to smile, and if I miss a shot, don't beat myself up, and just trying to stick to that.
You know, we live in a culture where, like, if you miss a shot, people want you to say, my fault, my fault. Look, he's upset he missed a shot. That's okay. But you can't take it too far. And I could even say you were really beating yourself up.
Yes, and I think that just comes along with being here at Notre Dame and just wanting to play not only for yourself, but your teammates, your coaches, and everybody who set this culture up for us. And it's an honor to put the jersey on, and every time you do, you just want to come out and give it your all and play your best.
The culture is the older guys play a huge role in leading this team, especially the captains. You begin the season with 3 captains. Elijah transfers, Rex goes down, and even though John was made a captain, he's kind of learning how to do it, and he was stepping up and getting into his own rhythm. So basically, you became the leader, kind of responsible for everything. How hard was that?
It was definitely a challenge, but leaning on Coach, having Rex there with me, whenever I need a guy to talk to or I feel like I'm not doing the right stuff, he'll let me know. And the guys in the locker room, Coach does a great job of recruiting a certain guy to come to Notre Dame. And those guys have just done a great job of listening, learning, being able to just kind of communicate with us how they're feeling. And the sky's the limit for the young guys, and it's such a great thing, and I love leading them.
How much does his patience help you? Because, I mean, the other day, when Rob Balanis walked by, it wasn't TJ, I think it was Mooney, actually, but you said, you got to take that bleepity-bleep shot. Don't you pass up any bleepity-bleep shots. And Rob Balanis goes, wouldn't you love to play for a guy that yells at you for not shooting? That's kind of rare.
Yeah. That's been a little bit of our issue. We have almost moved it a little too much, and we passed up some stuff. But if he gets a good look early if Johnny Mooney gets a good look early, they got to take that. They got to take those shots. And, for TJ's had a lot thrown at him, especially with Rex not being in the battle on the court with him. Rex is there on the sideline. Rex is there after the game on the bus. But those two guys were joined at the hip as warriors and leaders and fighting and doing things. And he's kind of been thrown out there training Prentice, trying to get Dane more ready, helping Nick get confident. I have a lot of respect for all the things he's had to adjust to. And then we need you to score 20 if you can, by the way. And he draws the best defender now, too. So he's playing really well right now lately, and he's been aggressive. And we're helping him a little more on the offensive end, getting him open. I think I could have done a better job of that early in January. But he's got to go for it for us because, he's a key.
And you've got to adjust, too. You and Prentice playing together first year, whenever Mike Brey's teams are good, they have two really good guards. But you're both point guards. So that adjustment process of who has the ball when you're the leader you want it, Prentice has always been used to just having it. And I think it looks like you guys have gotten in a really good rhythm there now where it no longer matters who has it, but it took a while to get there.
Yeah, and I think that's always a learning thing, and that came along with being a young team and me coming in. I knew who P was, but I never really got to play with him. And the first time we really got to play together was the summer, and he's been... Because
he was hurt, so when he visited last year, he even spent some time here with the knee injury, but he couldn't play.
Exactly, and he's so good for me, and he helps me get going so much just because of how aggressive he can be and the plays that he can make, and he makes plays for me, which helps me get going. And I'm learning so much from just playing with him. It's a different field than playing with Matt, but at the same time, I love playing with B, and he's teaching me so much that I didn't know about myself in my game.
He had 9 assists the other night, a career high. Is it easier for you to score when you don't have to worry about bringing the ball up every time?
Yeah, it definitely, you can kind of just get going in the movement of the offense and of the flow, and just let other people do stuff for you, and P's doing a great job of that, and I can't thank him enough.
Tonight's Mike Brey Radio Show is brought to you by TireRack.com. And while we're talking shooting, rebounding, and defending, the experts at Tire Rack have cornering, traction, and performance of a different kind on their minds. That's why you'll be able to get your tires right at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. More with J Gibbs right after this timeout. The Mike Brey Radio Show, live from O'Rourke's Public House.
Gulfstream Coach is looking for experienced people for the electrical and site-outs departments and will interview candidates on-site immediately from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. They offer steady production schedules at higher than industry pay rates. Gulfstream Coach is a family-owned business and offers amazing health insurance, attendance bonuses, and paid vacation time. Come see them today at 717 South Oakland Avenue in Napanee or visit GulfstreamCoach.com.
Escape to Four Winds Casino South Bend, featuring delectable dining such as award-winning Copper Rock Steakhouse and Kankakee Grill, where you can enjoy comfort foods with a modern twist. With daily food and drink specials, entertainment on weekends, 1,600 games, and a new poker room. You'll find just what you're looking for on your entertainment escape. Four Winds Casino South Bend, dining, gaming, and fun. Visit fourwindscasino.com to learn more.
Hey Irish fans, tune in as the Notre Dame hockey team defends their Big Ten regular season and tournament titles with an eye on their third consecutive trip to the Frozen Four.
Graham about 20 feet from the goal, they got a piece of it. Graham has it again, one-timer, he scores!
That's Notre Dame hockey, heard only on our sister station Z94.3. Notre Dame hockey is brought to you by Kirk Outdoor Living, Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, Hearth and Home, the Food Bank of Northern Indiana, Leck Leitner Door, and Edward Jones. Go Irish! LaGrange Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram will sell all new vehicles at employee pricing plus the national ranking of the Irish. That's right. Pay only $5 over the employee pricing and you can drive a new car off the lot. LaGrange Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 45 minutes east of South Bend at exit 121 on the toll road. Drive a little and save a lot. Check them out online at LaGrangeCountryDodge.com. That's LaGrangeCountryDodge.com. And go Irish! Leprechaun Lunch with Sean and Sharpley will be broadcasting live at the entrance of Four Winds Casino in South Bend. this Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. The first 30 people to arrive will receive a free limited edition WSBT Shamrock hat. Plus, you can enter to win a DeWalt Compact Worksite Radio. Leprechaun Lunch with Sean and Sharpley at Four Winds Casino in South Bend, this Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. Go to WSBTradio.com for more information on Leprechaun Lunch with Sean and Sharpley.
We are back, the Mike Brey Radio Show, with our player guest, J Gibbs. Now, for folks that may have forgotten, because people have short memories, your brother Ashton starred at Pitt. I remember calling games when he gave us fits. Brother Sterling played a lot of places, all big names, Texas, Seton Hall, UConn. So you're the little guy.
Yes.
Are they still calling you and watching you and giving you tips? Do you rely on them?
Oh, every game. Every game, I get one from my dad, one from Sterling, one from Ashton, of everything they think I could have done better, everything they think I did well. And I love it. It just gives me a different set of eyes, a different view on the game that I don't have. But it also just shows me that I need to improve every game. I can keep working on things and looking at things to do better for not only me but for my team.
Dad played football at Temple, but I know your mom's a huge influence. We're talking about what tremendous shape that you are in your freshman year, especially when you got the first look at the training table. Maybe a little heavier than you needed to be, and you went home, and I guess your mom kind of read you the riot act.
Oh, yeah, she led me all the way. She wouldn't let me eat anything. She cut my diet down a lot, and I can't thank her enough.
He's lean now, man. He was a little pudgy there as a young guy. He's lean. How about that family, though? You have 3 sons, all really, really good college guards, and they all went to school for free because of basketball. How about that? That's pretty good.
Well,
They didn't pay any tuition.
Their retirement's
going to
be a whole lot better. They're going to be living in a much better place.
All graduates. The other 2 have graduated. All got their degree. They used basketball. It didn't use them. It was really it's a great story.
Now, I was a little disappointed. Rex apologized to me today that he had already made another engagement before he knew he was going to be doing this, because last week you guys did the fast break on the TV show, and you were really, really good. But you're going to have to settle for me. Are you ready?
Yes.
Who's your role model?
My dad.
First car you ever drove?
1996 Honda Civic.
Favorite musical group or artist?
Drake.
One thing the public would be surprised to learn about you?
Oh, I love Minions.
You know, and I actually was going to, I didn't even know what it was. My mom gave me Minion socks this year.
Oh, really?
And I was going to wear them today. I will wear them on one of the trips.
I was
going to have you
too.
explain it to you. Yeah, I didn't know what they were, but
He's got his Minions backpack.
Oh, I know. I've seen that. He's got that, and he can't hide anywhere because of that hat.
Yeah.
Where'd that hat come from?
Oh, yeah, I love that hat. That's my trapper hat. Yeah,
I know. Well, he wore it once on a plane, and I tweeted it out. I got more response to that tweet maybe than anything I've ever done. All right, favorite thing to do when relaxing?
Watch Netflix.
Favorite sports to play other than basketball?
Football.
Favorite part of practice?
I'd have to say kills.
Which is 3 straight defensive stops.
Yes.
Worst part of practice?
Stretching.
Best part of your game?
I would like to say shooting.
Has been the last few games.
I'd say passing.
Yeah.
He's a great passer.
He's second in the ACC in assist to turnover
ratio. He is a
ratio.
great passer. And not that he can't. I mean, he's if you watch his decisions with the ball and what he see, he rarely turns it over. He's high in assists. He really has a feel for great court vision.
Which is better, a highlight film dunk, of which you've had a couple in recent weeks?
Oh, no.
Yes.
He squeaked that thing over the rim, Lefty. He squeaked it over the rim, Lefty.
But he got a reaction like it was big because people were afraid he was going to stuff himself.
I know. He did.
A big assist, a big 3, or a buzzer-beating shot?
Oh, a big assist.
Big assist.
I love watching, like, especially P, when somebody gets really hyped up after they make a dunk or a shot, and then you run over and you get hyped with them. That's so much fun.
One thing you always hear from Coach Brey in practice.
TJ, stay focused.
Assistant coach. He was most like Coach Brey.
Coach B.
All right, comment about the other folks on the staff. Ryan Ayers.
Best shooter in the gym.
Eric Atkins.
Craftiest point guard I've seen in a while.
Ryan Humphrey.
His go-to line is Google me.
Harold Swanigan.
Oh, Big Swan. No one can take Big Swan.
Toughest place to play in the ACC.
UNC.
Player on the team most like you.
P-Hub.
Best player to room with on the road.
Anybody but John Mooney.
Why is that?
Oh, my goodness. Me and John we've been roommates since freshman year, and we argue at least twice every trip about who has the key, one, and who gets to shower first whenever we get back.
All right.
And he's a little sloppy?
Yes.
Best defender on the team.
P-Hub.
Best leaper on the team.
Robbie.
Best dunker on the team.
Jawan.
Worst dunker on the team.
Me.
Best dresser on the team.
DJ.
Worst dresser on the team.
John.
Best singer on the team.
Me.
Worst singer on the team.
Me.
Best comedian on the team.
P-Hub.
Guy who thinks he's funny but really isn't.
Nate.
Nate.
And finally, beard growing competition. Who wins, you or
He
Coach
got me
Brey?
tonight.
Oh, Coach Brey. I've been trying. This has been like month 9, and I barely have anything.
All right, TJ, terrific. Hang out. We'll have you in the last segment, too. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
There are countless not very smart things you can do in your car. Painting your body green in support of Notre Dame basketball while driving. Painting your friend's body. Pretty much any kind of body painting while driving. But with TireRack.com, it's easy to be smart about your tires. Use our test results and consumer reviews to find the best tire for your car. Use our comparison tools to choose the right tires for you. Then have them shipped and installed fast. TireRack.com, official tire experts of Notre Dame basketball.
Join the gang at O'Rourke's Public House, located in Eddy Street Commons, directly across the street from the Notre Dame campus. With over 24 beers on draft and an extensive selection of menu items, they're sure you'll find something to your liking. Experience dining in one of the 5 different Irish-themed areas overlooking Notre Dame's beautiful campus. Whether you're catching up with an old friend, meeting or enjoying dinner with your family, O'Rourke's is the place to be. Visit them online at o'rourkespublichouse.com. Cheers to the Irish from O'Rourke's, the official home of the Mike Brey Radio Show.
Want entertainment designed just for you? Then check out customizable streaming TV from Xfinity. It makes your life simple, easy, awesome.
Xfinity gives you customizable streaming TV options. Enjoy the most free shows anywhere on any device, and even access your streaming apps right on your TV with X1. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Restrictions apply.
Fighting Irish fans, don't miss your chance to experience the action live with tickets from Vivid Seats, the official ticket marketplace of the Fighting Irish. Visit vividseats.com/UND today to buy and sell tickets to any event. Home games, on the road, even sold out games, no problem. And every transaction is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee. Vivid Seats lets you see more and sit closer all season long. Support the Fighting Irish with tickets from the official ticket marketplace, Vivid Seats. Available now at vividseats.com/UND.
There's no doubt education costs have become overwhelming and continue to spike. Unless you choose to earn while you learn as an apprentice with the electrical workers of Local 153. Instead of spending $20,000 a year, often leaving school with a debt, you'll earn an annual package worth over $70,000 while you earn your associate's degree and the skills to be an IBEW electrician. Contact the South Bend Electrical Apprentice Training Center at JATC153.com and compare.
Talented Virginia Tech team coming in here on Saturday. TJ, what do you got to do to beat them?
I think we have to compete for 40 minutes. If we just go out and play our game and play as hard as we need to and just out-compete them and outwork them, we can win.
Number 1 three-point shooting team in the conference. They were 3 for 28 in their last game against Virginia. How do you make sure they don't get back on track?
Law of averages, right? And then, you've got to kind of get out on the arc, whether you're playing man or zone, and chase them off it a little bit. But we're going to have to be efficient offensively and score. I like how we started offensively the other night. We just couldn't finish offensively. We're going to have to score the ball to beat them.
Guys, thank you so much. Night like tonight,
Great
I'm
night.
amazed I get paid to do this.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Thanks to
coming
our
out.
fans.
Great
Yep.
crowd. 4 p.m.
Good.
Saturday. We're back the next 2 Thursdays. Only 2 left. See you then.
shows
Good night.
left.
Go Irish.
The Mike Brey Radio Show, presented by the experts at TireRack.com, was brought to you by Vivid Seats, First Source Bank, St. Joseph Health System, West Bend Insurance, Nissan, South Bend Orthopedics, IBEW Nika, and Papa John's.